What's going on? This is Brett and you are watching this video because you just completed your first lesson and I want to provide you with some fun tips that you can practice at home, whether you have a skateboard or if you do not have a skateboard. Before getting into all the tips, I just want you to like and subscribe so you can also watch what's going on here at the Foundry and you can get some other trick tips if you're more experienced and you want to learn some new tricks, jumping down things, having fun. Just like, subscribe, and let's get into it. To start out, you want to have your feet next to your skateboard, and we are going to do 3 steps to get onto your skateboard safely and get into the riding position. When you're in the riding position, that is going to be the safest position that you could be in when you're riding your skateboard. The steps are, step number 1, you're going to put the foot that's closest to your skateboard over the front bolts. Be sure not to put your toes onto the nose, otherwise you may fall forward when you go to push off. Step number 2, you're going to put your back foot directly onto the tail, sideways. So now your feet are making a T shape. Step number 3, you're going to apply pressure on your front foot and slide it sideways so both feet are facing the same direction. Practice bending your knees and standing back up. Now we're going to step off the skateboard. To step off the skateboard safely, you want to do the steps backwards. So step number 1, turn your front foot back facing towards the nose of your skateboard. Step number 2, step off with your back foot. And step number 3, step off with your front foot. All right, so now you know how to get on and off the skateboard safely and getting into that riding stance. It's important to be able to do this over and over without looking down at your feet. That is the ultimate goal, because when we're skateboarding in a skate park, we're never really looking down at our feet. We're always looking at where we're going and navigating. So you want to make sure you build up that muscle memory and that you realize and you know where your feet should be at when you're on the skateboard. One thing that I didn't mention is that when you're getting on, where should your weight be? Should it be backwards? Should it be forward? When you're skateboarding, you're always leaning forward on that dominant foot. So when we're getting onto our skateboard, I have all my pressure on my front leg. I'm reaching forward and I'm still balancing on my front leg as I put my back foot on. And even as I turn my foot, I'm still leaning forward on this front leg of mine. So now I'm just turning it sideways and I'm still applying a little bit more pressure on my front foot. And this is the safest stance I can be in. Now I can shift my body weight and be directly above my skateboard. However, if I'm moving, I want to make sure that I'm still going to be leaning forward. Getting off, I'm still applying pressure on this front foot, because if I do not apply pressure on this front foot and I lift up, my board goes up. There's a lot of pressure on my back foot and my front foot. All my weight is on both feet here. So if I lift up one or the other, the board is going to react differently. So when I'm getting off, I'm not lifting my foot. I'm actually doing the opposite and pushing down on my foot. And I'm pushing down, stepping off, and then stepping off. One thing that's going to help you out in your skateboarding is skate trainers. You've probably seen me use them during your lesson and in this video. So I recommend you getting a pair. Next time you're here at Skate The Foundry, just stop in. We sell these, or for convenience, you can just click the link below and in the description and then order them yourself. Another tool that we use that's not listed online and in our store are these custom decks that I created with my experience of 25 years of skateboarding and about 8 years of teaching thousands of kids how to skateboard and adults. This is a color-coded foot placement board, and underneath it has these little Velcro underneath here. And this is to prevent any scratching on the surface. So if you have a hardwood floor at home, this is a perfect fit. The top of the board, it's not actually sandpaper, it's actually this non-abrasive grip tape. So it doesn't scratch your floor when you're at home. And then also you can practice this not wearing shoes. You could just be barefoot practicing your tricks. The steps are listed here. I think it's a great tool to have. And not only just to learn how to skateboard, but also to learn how to turn and get into some of the basic tricks, especially the shove it. So if you want to order these, stop in Skate The Foundry. Also, I'm gonna have a link below to it. And I wanna just say, thank you for watching this video. If you have any other questions, definitely just stop in, skate with us, and then also ask us for some tips. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you during your next lesson.